I'm Perry Sweet, and you just hit the sweet spot. I'm basically a professional human being who's lived life almost 30 years now, so I feel like I'm pretty good at it. You've got questions, I've got answers. Let's swap. Hi, you just hit the sweet spot with Perry Sweet. I'm Perry Sweet, and this is my show, The Sweet Spot. It's a radio show, but it's also on the internet, so you can see it. Today's episode is brought to you by Apocalypse, the first chapstick for zombies. The sweet spot is a safe spot. When you call in, you can just be as vulnerable as you like, and bring your questions to me, so you can go home with my answers, and I'll leave here with your questions solved. I know all about relationships, and how people relate to one another, and to other things, and to the worlds around them, and to society, and plants, too. Some people say that I can commune with the dead, but I can't. That's just a myth. I've never been able to do that, and I don't think that I'd want to start because that's spooky. I have loads of experience in all manner of topics and categories, but I'm not a psychic. I'm not a psychic, I'm just, somebody who knows. And cares. More than knowing, I care. Today, we're going to be talking about squids. The giant monster squids that eat boats. But, just as a metaphor, the giant monster squids that eat the boats of our lives. You see? See what I'm saying? So let's take some calls. Hi caller, you're on the sweet spot with Perry Sweet. I'm Perry Sweet. How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Lucy.
Lucy, that's ironic.
Yes, Perry, I've been having trouble losing weight, and I was wondering if you have any advice for me?
Sure. So you're having trouble losing weight? Like what kind of weight?
Around my body?
Just so like weight on your body? So do you feel weighed down?
Yeah.
Because of your weight?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so you know what that is? That's just emotions, I think. That weight on your shoulders. Because I bet you don't have fat shoulders. But that's where you feel the weight, huh? That's where you carry it. It's a lot of stress in your back. Because that's emotional. So what I would suggest doing is just, have you ever heard of comfort food? Just eat that instead. Just eat comfort food instead of like whatever it was that you were eating that just made you feel so heavy all the time. You see what I'm saying? Thanks, Lucy. Next caller. Hi, caller. You just hit the sweet spot with Perry Sweet. I'm Perry Sweet. What's your name?
Doug.
That's hilarious. Hi, Doug.
Yeah, Mr. Sweat.
No, that's okay. I'm not. Okay. Thank you. I actually get that a lot. People calling me Sweat because my name is spelled like a different word. But I would just like to call your attention, all callers, particularly you, Doug. There's lots of words that have EAT that are pronounced with E. Like feet, like feats of strength, or feature film, or featured, or like eat, like when you eat some food, or like meat, which is also food. See, so like I just have it, or wheat. So right now it's wheat. And then we're going to add an S in front of the W, so it's Sweet. And that's my name, Perry Sweet. So I just want to make that very clear to everyone who might be listening. On the radio or online. On the internet. So next caller, Doug, let that be a lesson. Hi caller, you just hit the sweet spot with Perry Sweet. What's your question?
Hey, Mr. Sweet. I'm a big fan of the show. I really enjoy it. I'm a first time, long time. What's a good vacation spot?
Okay, well here's the thing. The root word of vacation is to vacate. So I would just suggest leaving your house. That's a good place to start. And then when you're not in your house anymore, just be like, here I am, not in my house. I'm on vacation. And just enjoy your time away. And it's just way more fun to just always be on vacation. That way, you're just happy everywhere you go. Thank you for that call. I think that's going to help a lot of people. Next caller. Hi, caller. This is Perry Sweet on the Sweet Spot. That's my name. What's yours?
Paula.
Hi, Paula. That's a girl's name.
Yep. I've been thinking about adopting a child. Do you think that's a good idea?
Sure. I just wouldn't steal kids. You definitely should go through the right channels to do it legally, because kidnapping can be, you know, just, I know from personal experience, can be very costly. And so I would just go through those proper channels. And you can't, it's not actually as easy to buy a baby as you think it is, like on the internet. I definitely wouldn't buy a baby from Craigslist anymore, because you just never know what you're going to get. And so if you just want like a specific type of baby, then really the people who know what to get you are the adoption agencies. Unless are you an abortion doctor? Because if you're an abortion doctor, I would think it's really ironic for you to adopt, because you could just take one of those babies you're supposed to kill. Okay, thank you, caller. All right. Well, I think it's been a great show so far. But now I've reached the time where we can address the people who are less fortunate and don't have phones. And their only means of communication is through email. So now we're moving to a portion of the show that I like to call Scented Letters. Alright, Anne writes us saying, I'm thinking of putting my mom in a nursing home, but I don't know how to approach her. I would just say from behind. Just come up from behind and grab her up under the arms. You know, because then she won't see you coming. She won't put up much of a fight. So that's what I would do. Just approach her like that, real soft. Or here's one. I would say the best way to approach your mom is like to just throw like a sheet over your head, cut holes for the eyes, and just make scary noises. And then she won't even want to live in your house anymore. So I would say like the best way to approach her is as like some sort of demonic presence. Then she'd be completely convinced that some other place to live is the place for her. That's how I would approach your mom. Actually, I don't know how I'd approach your mom. I don't know what your mom looks like. Okay, our next email comes from Gareth. That's a funny name. I've been dating my girlfriend for 6 months, and she really wants to get serious, but I just don't think we're in the same place. What should I do? She wants to get serious, you said? Well, I would say, maybe don't make so many jokes. I wouldn't like barrage her with rubber chickens or pies to the face. Because if that's what you're doing, I can see why she might want to get more serious about things. Because that's super annoying. Nobody likes to have pie in the face or be pelted by chickens, rubber or otherwise. So I just want to make that very clear right now, Gareth, that if you are assaulting this woman with comedy props, you need to stop, okay? I'm dead serious. I'm very serious. See how I wanted to get serious too? Just even talking about it, it just makes me so mad, you know? I'm surprised that she even wants to be there for 6 months. She's been there for 6 months after all that. Just torment. Just comedic torment. It's disgusting. Gareth? Now Samantha seems like she's in a bit of a dilemma. I think my husband is cheating on me. How can I tell? That's a good question, Samantha. Just look on his computer. That's a great idea. Just look on his computer and see if he's going into websites that have like cheat codes on them. Because like if he's got a higher score in Pac-Man than you remember him getting, he might have also just used cheat code. They do that. Some people do that right now. It's just the age we live in. You know, it's modern. So anyway, I hope that helped you out, Samantha. So for our to-go box today, which is the portion of the show if you're a first-time watcher or listener. This is just the portion where I say something that we all have learned today. Firstly, zombies need chapstick. Skin's very dry. Squid are dangerous. Don't trust them. Just the giant ones, though. I don't know that little squid pose much of a threat. I hear they're really good. Calamari's delicious. You know, the space shuttle was a great idea in the day when we were just trying to beat Russia at stuff, but now it's like, well, you know, where are we even going? We've got stuff to settle right here, so why reach for the stars? You know what I'm saying? When there's like stars among us. That's a metaphor. Thanks, guys. I'm Perry Sweet, and I'll see you next time, or hear you next time, or read your questions next time. Next time, we'll have an encounter of some sort. Because I'm Perry Sweet, and I'm as good as my word.
If you want to hit the sweet spot, email Perry with your questions at perrysweet@ymail.com or follow him on Twitter at SweetSpot. Today's episode was paid in part by Apocalypse, the only chapstick for zombies.